For centuries, we believed in a simple story. First, humans invented farming. This gave them a steady supply of food, which allowed them to stop wandering and build permanent villages. Only then, with full bellies and a fixed address, could they develop complex societies, religion, and build incredible monuments. That story is wrong, and the proof is being unearthed right here, from the stone hills of southeastern Turkey. For years, the world was stunned by Göbekli Tepe, a massive temple complex built 12,000 years ago by hunter-gatherers. It was so old and so advanced, it seemed like a complete anomaly, a freak event in human history. But it wasn't. This is Karahantepe. Just a short drive from Göbekli Tepe, this site is proving that its famous neighbor wasn't a fluke. It was part of a vast, interconnected world of dozens of similar sites, a lost civilization now called Taş Tepeler, or the Stone Hills. And what we're finding here isn't just rewriting a chapter of history, it's tearing up the whole book. The single most revolutionary discovery at Karahantepe is the evidence of who lived here and how. Archaeologists have found the remains of a true year-round village. But when they analyzed the site for evidence of farming, they found nothing. No domesticated wheat, no farmed barley, nothing. These people were expert hunter-gatherers, living in a land that was much lusher than it is today. So, if they weren't farming, why did they settle down? The evidence points to an incredible conclusion. They settled down for social and religious reasons first. The need to feed everyone in these new, permanent villages is what eventually pushed them to invent agriculture. As the lead archaeologist Nexmi Karol says, agriculture is not a cause but the effect of settled life. And their village was unlike anything you can imagine. They carved their homes directly out of the limestone bedrock, creating a dense, honeycomb-like network of sunken houses. These weren't temporary huts. They were permanent homes, built to last, with hearths, storage spaces, and stone platforms for grinding wild grains. They were living in a village, together, thousands of years before the first farms. But Karahantepe doesn't just tell us how they lived. It gives us a stunning insight into who they were and how they saw themselves. At Göbekli Tepe, the art is almost entirely focused on animals, dangerous snakes, boars, and leopards. It's a world dominated by nature. But here at Karahantepe, something changes. For the first time, the focus shifts to humans. The art becomes a reflection of themselves. This is one of the oldest realistic, life-sized human statues ever discovered. He sits, holding his phallus, a clear symbol of life and fertility. But look closer at his chest. You can clearly see his ribs, a symbol of death. This isn't just a statue of a man, it's a complex idea carved in stone, the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. For years, archaeologists believed the strange T-shaped pillars at these sites were abstract symbols for people, because some had arms carved on their sides. In 2025, Karahantepe gave us the final proof, a T-pillar with a human face. It's a profound moment in history, our ancestors moving from abstract symbols to direct self-portraits. They were not just carving the world around them, they were carving themselves into it. The beliefs of these people were expressed in their incredible ritual spaces. The most mysterious is a chamber carved deep into the bedrock. Inside, a large human head with a serpent for a neck emerges from the wall. Facing it are 11 pillars, almost all of them carved in the shape of a phallus. A channel was even carved to allow liquid to flow into the room. Archaeologists believe this was a place for intense initiation ceremonies, a rite of passage in a deeply symbolic, subterranean world. These people were also watching the sky. Researchers have found a potential astronomical alignment. On the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, a beam of sunlight shines through a small porthole and perfectly illuminates the carved head in the ritual chamber. This could be the oldest known solstice alignment on the planet, 7,000 years older than Stonehenge. The 11 pillars in that room might even represent an ancient calendar used to track the cycles of the sun and moon. But perhaps the strangest part of Karahantepe's story is its ending. After 1,500 years of continuous life, the site wasn't destroyed or simply abandoned. The people who lived here intentionally and carefully buried it. They filled every room and every chamber with dirt and rock, a massive undertaking that would have taken as much effort as building it in the first place. Why would they do this? The lead excavator suggests they buried their temples as you would a person who has died. To them, these structures may have been alive, and when their time was over, they needed a proper, respectful burial, preserving their secrets for 11,000 years. Karahantepe has changed everything. It shows us that a network of sophisticated communities thrived before agriculture, driven by a complex world of ritual, art, and a new sense of human identity. And the most incredible part? Archaeologists estimate they've only excavated about 1% of the site. What secrets still lie buried beneath these stone hills, waiting to rewrite our history all over again? All the sources and resources for this video are listed in the description box. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe for more.